Hi, and on today's Healthier You, sorry about that. I don't know why the camera got moved over that far. We are going to look at desserts. Okay, let's start with the medical disclaimer. Always check with your physician before starting any exercise or dietary program. Information here is my personal research into different health topics and is not to be considered medical advice. Who in the room besides me has a sweet tooth? Look, I'm going to admit it. I have a sweet tooth. And as well as being diabetic, which in itself is a real pain in the you-know-what, always having to watch what you eat and everything else, along the way trying to lose weight. I mean, there are times that it is just frustrating, you know? Because of those issues. Of course, unfortunately, many of us, when we think of sweets, we're thinking of cakes, pies, puddings, cheesecake, all kinds of things that can necessarily not be good for us because they have all those unhealthy things in them. Or do they? Can you make a dessert that's a little healthier? Yes, you can. But, I know that now during summertime, one of the things that I love is there is so much fresh fruit. There are fruits available that I absolutely love. Watermelon, honeydew melon. Some of you like cantaloupe. I don't personally like cantaloupe. Strawberries. I don't love strawberries. Blueberries. Of course, we're lucky in the United States. We can get most of these fruits available to us year-round. So that shouldn't deter us. Mangoes, pineapple, there are all kinds of things, sweet things that we can have in place of those higher calorie things. But there are ways that we can change up some of the foods that we are eating, still feel like we're having that decadent chocolate ice cream or something totally decadent. So let's talk about some of those things. You don't have to give up desserts. You just have to choose some wiser options. There are things like low-calorie puddings that can take many forms. Of course, keeping those desserts under 100 calories limits your options to an extent, but not as much as you think. And there are quite a few ways that you can lower those things to 100 calories per treat or even less. For example, sorbets present endless possibilities for healthy desserts for weight loss. They're not only sweet, but they're fresh, cooling, and a light sorbet is the perfect low-fat dessert for a summer day. You can choose your favorite fruit to make the sorbet, from pineapple to peach to watermelon, raspberries, blueberry. Delicious. If you're after something richer, you can always add silken tofu, which will make it indulgent yet blissfully like chocolate pudding. Now, I've never had silken tofu. I've had tofu in the past and didn't enjoy it. So maybe silken tofu is a different choice to make. Maybe it's something to try. So, if you're after something richer, silken tofu makes for an indulgent and blissful dessert. Have your cake and eat it too with low-calorie desserts that are under 100 calories. Now, not all of these are going to be under 100 calories. Some of them are going to be higher, lower. But I thought we would just talk about some suggestions. So you don't have to give up your sweets. There are some low-calorie baked desserts, cookies, no-bake sweets, frozen desserts that you could always try. So give your sweet tooth what it wants. How about zucchini chocolate chip cookies or zucchini chocolate cupcakes? You don't even know the zucchini is in there. I mean, that's one way to sneak in those greens and get in some vegetables while you're at it. This one I've had before and it is delicious. Basil berry lemonade sorbet. That is so good. This is a very refreshing after dinner treat. It's light on your palate and also on your stomach. How about key lime pie? Do you ever think key lime pie? Wow. By using low-fat everything, you'll cut the fat and calories, but it also means you can have your pie and eat it too. This one I thought was interesting, and it's something that I'm thinking about trying. Lemon maple ice box cake. This is a dessert that's made with graham crackers and Greek yogurt. That's interesting. How about Sour Patch grapes? Once you've tasted these pucker-worthy grapes, you'll say goodbye to Sour Patch Kids for good. How about peanut butter banana smudgies? Peanut butter is often the ultimate healthy comfort food, and bananas are loaded with potassium. But put that healthy combo on graham crackers and boom, you have a dessert. Never thought of that. No-bake mini apple cheesecakes. It's pie, only without the guilt and calories. 2-ingredient banana chocolate chip ice cream bites. I have used banana many times as a replacement for ice cream as well as yogurt. So those are something to try. There's no ice cream in it, but banana make it creamy and gives it that sweet taste. How about apple cookies? All right, they're not really really traditional cookies in a sense, but it's a modern take. And they're really easy to make. Take and slice apples and put a slice of banana on it, or even put in some peanut butter on it, some raisins or whatever, nuts. It's a nice little dessert. 3-ingredient energy bars, dates, cherries, and almonds. Low-calorie zucchini brownies. Yep, skinny low-carb peanut butter cheesecake. How can something this delicious be low-carb? Sorcery? Actually, it's almond flour and Truvia, but sorcery does sound better, doesn't it? Homemade Twix. Metabolism boosting raspberry coconut oil bites. Now, I've never tried that. Coconut oil, freeze-dried raspberries, and honey. That's it. That's it. Froyo berry bites. It's frozen Greek yogurt, and I do that quite often. Many times I will take just plain, actually I will take a low-fat, low-sugar content vanilla Greek yogurt, mix peanut butter in it, or it doesn't even have to be Greek yogurt. It can be just regular yogurt. Mix a little bit of peanut butter in it, some sugar-free chocolate chips, a couple of nuts, and I will put those in ramekins, and that is a nice frozen dessert. Or put them out on parchment paper and make dilly bars with them or whatever. Ice cream bars or just bark. Add some fruit to it if you want. Break those up and just have a little piece every now and then. It really does help with that sweet tooth. Double chocolate 4-ingredient dairy-free ice cream. This is for those who cannot tolerate dairy or anyone who's watching her waistline. It's bananas, almond breeze, almond milk, cashew milk blend that gives the dessert its creamy taste. Banana oatmeal cookies. Fluffy cream cheese cookies. Takes about 7 minutes to make those. Crustless pie, pumpkin pie ramekins. I do that a lot. I make a sugar-free crustless pie that you can either bake in a full dish and just cut it into slices and serve that way, with a little bit of whipped topping. You feel like you're having pumpkin pie. Or you can put it in the small ramekins so each person can have an individual. Almond cookies, we already talked about that. Peanut butter powder cookies. Never thought of that. Coconut chocolate cookies. I'm not a big fan of, I like the flavor of coconut, but the coconut doesn't like me. Chocolate meringue cookies. These are really light, they melt in your mouth, and they're about 15 calories per cookie. That might be worth having. Watermelon fruit salad. Watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew over a crushed mint lime ice. That sounds good. Chocolate peanut butter balls. Single serving brownie. Done that before. Peach pineapple smoothie. Or how about simply peach smoothie, mango smoothie. There are all kinds of desserts and things that you can make that are sugar-free and a little healthier for you. Now, at hurrythefoodup.com, there are a lot of low-calorie desserts that are under 100 calories. So you may want to go give them a look-see and see if there's something you may want to have as a low-carb, low-calorie dessert. Just don't be afraid to try different things. Take your fruits that you normally like. I have a lot of nectarines right now. And unfortunately, nectarines, when you buy them by the quart, you get a bunch at once and they don't work well because they're all hard at once and then they get all soft at once. Generally, what I will do is I will peel those and take off the fruit, blend it up with a little bit of water, and generally I don't need anything else but that. And then put those in small ramekins or even just scoop them into a small tin and make my own little nectarine, nectarine sorbet. It's good. It's worth it. Do that. Peaches, same way. Lots of times, this time of year, you can get quarts of peaches that are fairly decent price. You take those, and you can even blend them up in your blender if you don't want to mash them up. Just take the fruit off, that kind of stuff, and put them in a blender, a little bit of ice water, a little bit of water. If you need sweetener, add some sweetener. I don't generally, but you've got a nice sorbet that you can put into, you can do it all kinds of ways. You can put it into a container, put it in the freezer, and then just scoop off a little bit when you want it, or you can make individual scoops. Those are some ideas to try if you're just tired of having plain fruit. Sometimes plain fruit is all you need. Okay? All right. One of the things I also do is I do make a fruit salad where I mix a lot of different fruits that I have. Like lots of times I'll have strawberries, peaches in it, mangoes, some pineapple, and then I'll add just a little bit of vanilla yogurt, maybe a touch of brown sugar to it, or honey. Mix that all up, and that's a great fruit salad to have. Low calorie, it's worth it. All right, guys, that is it for today. I'll see you again next week, everybody. Have a great week. Bye.